Hello, Libra. Welcome to Sidekick Tarot. I'm Ryan, and thank you for being here. This is going to be a general reading, so everything may not resonate. Take what does and leave the rest. And for more tarot readings after this, go ahead and check out my wife's channel, Val53 Tarot. She's review as well. Thank you. Be starting by pulling your current or overall energy. And then we'll be going into clarifiers. Okay, I'll get the cards out first, and then I'll begin. Whoa. Weird. I just got a visual flash through my mind of someone watching a video of, I don't know if it's from a satellite, I don't know if it's from a station, I don't know what it exactly is, but it's the images above the earth, floating just above the earth. And the video is playing in fast forward where you see the sun and the moon kind of cycle very, very quickly. And it's sort of like bright, dark, bright, dark, bright, dark. I don't know what's with the visual, but it's almost like, depending on your perspective, things can look very differently. But it definitely is this kind of balance of opposites, or this play of duality. But jumping into this, Libra, what you do show me, there are some sort of issues which I do feel are financially related. Whatever these problems are, I do see it's an energy of, there may be problems, but you're not going anywhere. You're kind of staying put. You're choosing to stay with this. You're choosing to actually hold on. In fact, you're saying, okay, there may be problems and issues, but I'm not really going anywhere. I'm kind of like digging my heels in here. Now, that being said, finances are very difficult and tight, but yet at the same time, you're also showing me that there is this type of position of success, status, possibly having influence, fame, some type of following, or just recognition. Clearly having done well for yourself, clearly. Now, that being said, things are beginning to pick up momentum for you in a positive way, because there is this happiness, there is this fulfillment here, but there also is quite a bit of anxiety and worry as to where things are truly headed. And so because of that, you are making some sort of personal changes regarding the situation, and you're ultimately saying, I don't exactly know where these changes are going to lead or what's going to come about from this, but I am willing to find out and walk that path. Okay. Let's go ahead and jump into clarifiers and see what we can find. Let's see. You're kind of saying, no. Everything kind of has its cycle. Everything kind of has its order. Or something kind of comes in waves. Yeah, you're not Libra. You're showing up in this energy of, you're kind of not even bothered. Right? There may be problems and issues, but I'll kind of take care of it. I'll kind of think about it. I'll kind of see what I can kind of feel about this. It's like you don't want to be bothered immediately. Wow, though, that's interesting. You're like, again, it's this energy of, well, that's kind of going on. Again, it's that same mentality of like, well, I'll take care of it when I take care of it. That's why you're like, well, I'll see. Well, what does the weatherman have to say? Well, what do the news people have to say about this? So what's going on? You're definitely, in a sense, because of your position or your career or possibly your line of work, you're definitely saying, well, I kind of feel at the same time you know something here. You know something. You know a certain way to work with this type of situation. You're kind of saying, I have my resources. I'll leave it at that. Yeah, yeah. There's definitely some sort of change here, and you're kind of staying put, kind of waiting to see. And that's what I was exactly saying, which is fascinating. Um, Even with this card, they're flying above the earth. Perspective. Perspective. How does that make sense, Libra? How does that make sense? um, okay. That's fascinating. That's fascinating. Ultimately, what you're saying is there's so much happiness. There's so much happiness at the same time. Um, you're kind of showing me, well, if it's not giving back to me, then I won't give to it. Whatever this financial endeavor is. Like, I just won't give that much. I kind of won't invest much. Okay. So you're kind of saying I have my own method or my own way of kind of dealing with this and kind of keeping things balanced somehow. It's a counterbalance. But you know you still got to figure it out, and that's what's kind of stressing you out. It's like, geez, it works momentarily, but then it's like, oh, great, but I still got to take care of it. Yeah, you're trying to slap a band-aid over a much bigger issue here, Libra, and you know it. You know it. That's why you're like, I know for the moment it's sort of like you're doing something for kicks and a smile, and then the next energy is like, oh, not smiling anymore. Yeah, and that's what I was wondering. You're making changes, but you're like, I intuitively don't feel correct about whatever these changes is that I'm making. Goodness. Goodness. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense as to why it's like you kind of have to ride this thing out and find out where it's going. And that's what's interesting is even though you're uncertain as to where this path is headed regarding this financial endeavor or your position or your success or career, you're willing to find out. And it's interesting because you're ultimately saying, well, I'm not too sure exactly what to do moving forward regarding these changes because I'm still trying to kind of make improvements, tweaks, shift some things around so that it actually runs smoothly and brings in more than it takes. You're kind of sticking with what is comfortable and familiar to you at the end of this. You're kind of like, well. What did I used to do that made things a little bit better? And possibly going to move forward with that. Maybe not. Don't exactly know because you are still undecided. Goodbye.